home of 30 years because the government sold it to fund new public housing. But Flo and her neighbours say politicians are putting profits before people.
I didn't want to leave here. I didn't think we should have to go.
She's always been very strong, stoic, strong-willed.
I was born here 83 years ago. As far as I'm concerned, all that can be seen is the mighty dollar for this area. I feel that we should have aged and died in place a few years, and who knows where we would have been.
It's one of the oldest houses in one of Australia's oldest suburbs. And today it was time for Flo Seckold to say goodbye to a home that holds a lifetime of memories.
I went to Bushels to work and I met my husband there. And I lost him 3 years ago. And got married over at St Matthews just as well, because I cried that day too. I didn't want to leave my mother.
83 years in the one suburb, 30 years under this roof.
All the locals say, Flo, that this is your favourite spot, that you often come out here and perch.
Because I can't sit inside all day watching television.
Are you going to miss some of the chats that you have on this balcony?
Look, I talk to anybody that'll talk to me. I tell them when I see them reading the things here, you know. That's the story of the local people.
Flo's place is hard to miss. There's the posters on the balcony, the petitions, and the photos of those other residents also being forced to leave their homes.
That poor lady there is blind. Don't know what's going to become of her.
She has been a wonderful asset and an invaluable member of this community. And like most of the older people down here, they look out for the younger ones.
Barney Gardner was also born in Millers Point and has lived there all his life. 17 years Flo's junior, he has become somewhat of the local spokesman for the elderly residents in the area. He wouldn't miss the opportunity to say goodbye to Flo.
It's sad to see what's happened to her over these last few years. She's going nearby over Pyrmont. But this woman's 84 years of age. I mean, that is a huge move.
For the last 2.5 years, the New South Wales government has been selling off state-owned homes in Millers Point, funding the construction of 1,500 new public housing dwellings.
Money reconverted from Millers Point into 9 new units of accommodation.
600 public housing tenants have been forced to relocate from the area, many after living their whole lives here.
I've been crying for 3 years.
But some, like Flo, have hung in there and fought until now.
It's better for Flo. She will be moving to a 2-bedroom unit with balconies, with water views, and she'll be pleased to know with people from Millers Point also living in that complex.
The New South Wales Social Housing Minister, Pru Goward, says that for every property sold in Millers Point, they've been able to build another 5 social housing properties.
When you're looking at people with children living in cars in the eyes and telling them you have got nowhere for them to go, and you can now say we can expand the number of social housing properties because we've been able to sell Millers Point, I think that's fairer for everybody and it's a great outcome for those families.
Flo is one of the last residents to be moved out of the area. Today, she says she won't be rushed.
Why should I accept less than what I've got here? Why couldn't they leave people be? Why can't I be left here? Who knows how long I'm going to live? Get a good case of pneumonia and I'm off with the pixies. That'd be it.
The pick-up phone call finally came, and it was time to shut the door on her 83 years. The skies fit the mood, but the community weathered the storm to say their goodbyes.
So yes, it's going to be a terrible loss, a tragic loss, but we won't lose touch. We won't lose touch.
At my age, it's not easy. If I'd have been 30 years younger, I would have breezed through it. But that's life.
It is a big move. Flo is settling into her new apartment today, and 12 of her neighbours will soon be moving into their new homes as well. Up next on A Current Affair, meet the mum whose sweet